Hi, Poppy Yeager here with This Day in History. April 24th, 1916, on Easter Monday, the Easter Rising began in Ireland. For centuries, the Irish lived under British rule, and they didn't like it. They were miserable. The British did not treat them well at all. They passed anti-Catholic laws, since many of the Irish were Catholic, and they also watched 1.5 million Irish people starve during the potato famine. The Irish were not pleased with the British. They wanted their independence. So an organization, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, formed. It was a group of nationalists that operated in secret, that worked for trying to get independence. And that was the group that began the uprising on Easter Monday. They were led by Patrick Pearse. That day, they set about trying to take over the provincial government. And they succeeded at first. They took over the post office. They were winning that first day, and they declared their independence. However, the second day, the British launched a counter offensive, and it only took about 4 or 5 days for the British to completely squelch the uprising. Patrick Pearse and other nationalists were executed. The leaders of the uprising were executed. However, this was still considered an important part on the road toward Irish independence, because in 1921, 26 of the 32 counties of Ireland won their independence. They said they were now going to be free. And in 1949, Ireland became a free, independent republic. However, 6 counties in the northern counties in Ireland remained under British rule. And with that, the nationalists reorganized themselves into the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, and they continued to fight for independence. I first learned about the Easter Rising when I was in grad school doing my master's thesis. I was writing about Roger Casement, who was involved with the Easter Rising. Roger Casement had been a hero. He exposed the rubber atrocities in Leopold's Congo, and he did the same in Peru. He worked to help bring knowledge to the world about what was going on and how people, victims of colonization, were being treated. So, of course, after working for years to help others, he wanted to do the same for Ireland. He wanted to break free, wanted to help break free from the British yoke. And he was working with the Germans, trying to get help. And he didn't succeed. But when he came back to Ireland, the British arrested him, and eventually he was executed as well. Anyway, that's This Day in History, April 24th, 1916, the Easter Rising in Dublin.